There's a place in Riviera Beach where children can receive caring, loving, giving, and learning on a daily basis for 20 years now. And that place is Lifespan. In 1993, Terry Mitchell took her dream, the ultimate children's learning adventure, from what was essentially a home-based facility to the reality of what is now known as Lifespan, a center of the community and a godsend to local parents of at-risk children in the Riviera Beach community. Prominent leaders in the community recognize the work that Terry and her staff have done over the past 20 years locally for both children, as well as parents who may be struggling to maintain a job due to the lack of an affordable, reputable daycare nearby.
And I ask all the community, all the county, and everybody who's interested in children to give her that support.
I've known Terry Mitchell since 1998. She became a client of ours where we assist them in putting together a daycare center over on Congress. And our relationship really has been very, very, very good. They, as a client, have been just like you want clients to be. They're very attentive, take care of their obligations on time, communicate with us when they think they need to or when we think we need to, and a very reliable organization. Terry herself is really, we think very highly of her. Seems to be a very high character and very reliable and very efficient at what she does. And we really value our relationship with them.
For 20 years, Lifespan has been changing to meet the growing and changing needs of the community around us. One example, single grandmothers raising their grandchildren alone and in need of help. Lifespan is there.
I would like to tell you a little bit about Lifespan and what it has done for me. It all began one day in the community where I live. There was a flyer on my mailbox and they were talking about Lifespan. And so I gave Mrs. Mitchell a call and I was telling her that I'm raising a grandson, but I really did not have the funds for him to go to a nursery.
In November, I began to foster care 3 kids, and I did a lot of research on school, different schools. Some I was pleased with, but they didn't have enough space for me, so I got a little nervous. So I heard about Miss Terry, and I decided to try it here.
I have 3 grandchildren here. I received custody of my 3 grandchildren through the courts, and I was looking for a daycare. And in my searching for a daycare, this is the one I came to that it just really just covered everything that I was looking for. It was clean, the staff was loving, Miss Terry was very helpful.
At Lifespan, our staff and directors are highly trained in caring for developmentally disabled children, recognizing their special needs and delivering the individual, specialized care they need.
When the schools are closed, I have my 3-year-old here. He is very successful, very knowledgeable. He's being given the knowledge and education that he needs so that when he goes on, he too may be honor roll. He's very gifted, he's very smart.
Meeting the parents' child care needs, not only meeting their needs, but meeting them in different places and areas that they need, whether it's a conversation, helping them receive different services. Just being there for them has been a great pleasure and an impact in our community.
I started to the car and I turned around and came back. I say, I gotta give you credit that my kids in 3 days, they learned how to write their name, and the worker was so astonished that she couldn't believe it.
He was learning, he was interacting with other children, and I saw a big difference in him by him being around children. And I noticed how he was repeating things that he had learned.
So when my kids leave Lifespan, I know that they've had a great day.
Once we got in here, I noticed that my 3-year-old, which is now 4, is learning more and remembering more. And my 1-year-old is actually walking much better, even trying to talk. Ms. Terry and her staff, they have done excellent with my children.
It's just a beautiful school. My kids been learning since they've been here. I had one who wasn't barely talking. Now I talk everybody in the house. So it's a good school. And I recommend anybody looking for a good school to come to Ms. Terry.
And being in an early childhood education field, it's important that we, as early childhood educators, lay the best foundation we can for our children in Riviera Beach to be the most successful. I have had pleasure of working here at Lifespan. It has made a big impact in the community with all children that we service.
At Lifespan, the process of changing lives often includes those of our own staff.
I've been at Lifespan for over 5 years now. What I've accomplished here since being employed here, I have acquired my national CDA credential.
Before working here at Lifespan, in 2006 is when I started. I didn't have any education or I didn't know what path I wanted to take.
God stepped into her life and Ms. Terry gave me a position here driving her bus and as assistant teacher in her class. As when I got to Lifespan, I didn't have my 40 hours. I didn't have a GED. I didn't have any of that thing.
I am this year getting ready to accomplish, I would say not only accomplish, but go towards a goal of enrolling for my associate's degree in early childhood education.
She motivated me to want to do all these things for myself and to better myself. Now I have my 40 hours. Now I'm in school for my GED, and I'm loving the job that I have.
So I finally received my certificate of my high school diploma. I have my 45 hours, and I'm one step away from my CDA Nationals, which means I can work anywhere in the nation, but I think I'm going to stay here for good.
At Lifespan, filling the needs of the community often requires going that extra step. That's where our extraordinarily caring staff and unique position in the community become apparent.
They make you feel like family. They make you feel like you can go to them with issues. They help you through a lot of things that's new to you and your family with the transition for my nephews.
And there were times I was unemployed at the time, and I didn't have to worry about any fees. I didn't have to worry about T-shirts.
Because money-wise, I didn't have the money in the beginning. And she was very lenient with me as far as paying on time or paying. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little emotional, but she was very helpful. And I needed that as a single grandmother. And they have been my backbone, my support system, giving me the me time that I needed, giving me Saturdays, giving me night times where I just needed just 5 minutes, if nothing else. Just
I would tell Miss Terry, I don't have it, and she would also say, don't worry about it.
They take time out with the kids. They helped my nephews get accustomed to being in daycare. They are patient. They spend time. They work with me to get them on the right track because of some behavioral issues.
And I remember one morning, I did not have breakfast to feed my grandson. But I knew he was coming here. I knew he would get a hot breakfast if he would come here. And it just gave me so much confidence to bring him here because I knew he was gonna have breakfast and lunch.
One thing I like it here is because they treat my daughter like my daughter was their daughter.